People around the world now mourning the loss of one of the driving forces behind the modern conservative movement. I want to bring in New York Congressman Andrew Garbarino. He chairs the House Homeland Security Committee. Mr. Chairman, your thoughts or reactions to what has happened to Charlie?
Well, first, I hope people will join me in prayers for Charlie and his family and all Americans who are just devastated by this assassination that took place at an area where there was open debate, something our country was founded on, and for someone to shoot him and assassinate him like this while he was having that open debate just goes against what this country was founded for. And these lone wolf actors are so tough and difficult to follow and track, and this is why the political rhetoric out there needs to come down. These crazy people with these crazy ideas will just come out and they can do anything that they put their mind to. We've seen it multiple times, and I'm so sorry for Charlie and his family. It's just devastating to all of us here on Capitol Hill and in America.
Yeah, well, and the thing about Charlie is he believed in discourse. When he would have these events, he would say, if you disagree with me, come to the front. Let's have a discussion. The independents, the Democrats, he wanted to have that political discussion. And actually, here's Charlie in his own words. Let's let him say it.
We need to have more courage, get out into the public square, debate the issues, and get people involved. And do not let your school boards run wild, and stay active. Don't forget to vote and challenge the principles.
I mean, he was such a driving force for young conservatives. And that's what Turning Point was young conservatives, this movement of youth to be a part of our discussion.
It wasn't just young conservatives. He did a great job there, but he inspired all conservatives. He inspired a lot of people to get involved, and people who thought that their ideas or their thoughts didn't matter. He inspired them all to get up and fight for what they believed in and talk about what they believed in and have that honest, peaceful debate, which we don't even see as much here on Capitol Hill anymore between members of Congress. There's just a lot of yelling and people looking for that clip to get on the news. And Charlie, what he did and what he was continuing to try to do was to have that honest debate and have people talk about their policy differences in a peaceful way and try to come to a solution. So his assassination is a loss for this country.
It's a loss, and it unfortunately took a negative turn yesterday. I want you to listen to what Governor Pritzker of Illinois said yesterday, and then I'm going to get your reaction to it.
I want to express my sympathy to Charlie Kirk's family and to Charlie Kirk, who obviously become a target for somebody. I don't know whether it's political violence because I don't know who did it. There are people who are fomenting it in this country. I think the president's rhetoric often foments it. We've seen the January 6th rioters who clearly, have tripped a new era of political violence.
He's blaming President Trump, Congressman, who loved Charlie Kirk, by the way.
It's a joke. I mean, for some Democrats like that, they can't even stand up and admit their own rhetoric has been a part of this. It's a joke. Look, there is nasty rhetoric on both sides. I've said that before. But for the governor there to not even say that people need to calm down and say it's not political violence, then why target Charlie Kirk? Why have all of these politicians and people who are involved in the political world been targeted over the last few years? I mean, this is political violence, and it is because of one, the rhetoric, but two, something what that governor just did. He's not acknowledging that the rhetoric and things that he has done and said in the past is causing this. I mean, and by doing that, it's just going to keep getting people with these crazy ideas, putting them in their heads, and they're going to go out and think they have the right and the responsibility to act like this. It's not right.
Well, as we mourn the loss of our friend Charlie Kirk, Congressman, today is also the 24th anniversary of 9/11. You recently have introduced the 9/11 Responder and Survivor Health Funding Correction Act. of 2024. It provides permanent mandatory funding for the World Trade Center Health Program so that survivors, first responders don't lose access to care. You want all 50 states to require 9/11 curriculum in schools so that we don't forget. Mr. Chairman, tell us more.
Well, yes, it's crazy that it's been 24 years since the 9/11 attacks. I was a senior in high school. I remember that day perfectly. And, but it wasn't just that day that we lost lives. We are continuing to lose first responders and people who were there that day and the weeks after on the pile. I think there are now over 80,000 Americans that are being treated for 9/11 related diseases, over 40,000 that have cancer. I just lost a friend this year, Jamie Atkinson. He was an MTA cop who was there on the pile. He died fighting his third 9/11 related cancer just this year. And more people are still getting sick and we have to take care of them. We made the promise never to forget and to make sure that those first responders, those people that showed up to help that day and the weeks after are taken care of, and they have the health care not just that they need, but that we promised them they would have. And this is something my predecessor fought for. This is something I have fought for. The Speaker supports it. I know the President supports it. He was one of the President signed this a bill like this into law in 2017 to help address the funding issue. So this is something that is a bipartisan, bicameral issue, and we have to make sure that we take care of those first responders and those other survivors.
I'm glad you said that because, at 2:30 after the morning activities and those remembrances conclude, 2:30 this afternoon, there is actually going to be a tribute to the first responders, those that have been sick from 9/11 related illnesses, and they are many. So we don't forget about them today as well, those that were there. Congressman Andrew Garbarino, thank you so much for joining me, sir.
Thank you.
All right.